gotta try to pee it off. Sometimes you don't, and then sometimes you walk away and you go, I just gotta get better next time. I gotta get better next time.
But the real game is leaving the seat down and still being able to hit all the poo.
So have you guys ever heard of the Osborne tire reef?
No.
What is that?
I know fucking Osborne from Spider-Man.
Oh, let's talk about that. So the Osborne.
Why is that funny, Nick?
It just caught me off guard. And I would love talking about Harry Osborne, dude. That's his name, right?
We're talking about Harry Osborne for the next 12 minutes.
Talk about the Green Goblin.
A bunch of tires underwater, and then it created a natural reef.
Yeah.
A natural reef.
Which is way cooler than Spider-Man talk, by the way.
You tell me if it's
It might be.
How's this?
It's got a glider.
Oh, does it look shit?
You fucking killed Aunt May. Spoiler alert.
What?
Why is there so many tires?
That's crazy.
Did the Michelin Man get like?
Did he get what?
Did he eat all those?
What happened to the Michelin Man?
Did he go out there to eat all that and he shit it out?
Oh, that's what that could be.
He eats tires, right? That's
Go out
his
to
thing.
eat it all and shit it out.
The Michelin Man, he eats all the tires.
He's also made out of tires too, right?
He's made out of tires, yeah.
So it makes sense.
He would shit them out. So in the 1970s and 80s,
Spider-Man would have been
this
cooler.
was an idea that some environmentalists had
To litter?
to mimic the benefits of coral reefs using old tires in places that didn't have coral reefs.
No fucking way. Is that a real thing?
Yeah, real thing.
So they're littering tires? That's so stupid.
That's what they did. This local nonprofit, they created the Osborne Reef by dropping more than 2 million tires into
way.
Florida's coastal waters.
A non-profit did this.
The nonprofit did this.
They're fucking
And they
dumb.
thought, did they really think it was gonna?
Is it because coral grows on rubber?
It was to be a fish habitat, like replacing
to mimic coral.
like fish habitats, right?
Yeah, so they can go like inside and around and like.
Doesn't stuff grow
lay the
off of
eggs and
coral
shit?
that like
Yeah,
fish
because coral's
eventually
alive
eat?
and they
right?
eat the stuff on the coral.
Why the fuck would that work?
Because they're stupid back then.
Wait, did it?
Are they stupid back then, or are they smart now? Because the argument is that a lot of the ideas that these guys have end up not panning out and becoming gigantic waste factories, like fucking the what do you call them? The wind farms.
Dude, this is the biggest scam of all time.
Yeah, this one.
You know
Did that work?
2 million?
The fucking
No.
there's so much toxic shit that comes out of tires.
If that happened in the 70s and that picture is now, there's no fish or anything around.
No, no fucking way. Don't they recycle tires?
This project was also approved by the U.S.
It's a
Army
racket.
by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and the dumping operation was supervised by a U.S. Navy minesweeper. Also, Goodyear, which provided a lot of the tires, they even christened the reef like they were doing such a great thing by dropping a gold-plated tire into the ocean from a Goodyear blimp. This is like a whole thing,
Sounds like the 70s, bud.
right?
That's kind of tight though. Like we're gonna drop a gold tire from a blimp.
Of course.
So all these tires, right, they were held together only with nylon rope and steel clips, and they started coming loose.
Of course.
Which means the reef started just blowing around with the current. And so the tires didn't stay in that one location. They ended up getting scattered all over the waters in Florida, right?
Wow.
So now they're
Brilliant.
trying to figure out how to get the tires out.
and they're trying to kill our fucking straws and they're doing shit like that, bro.
I gotta drink.
Bring back
I
straw.
can't even drink to a fucking straw because of this shit.
Because they're throwing tires in the
A
ocean.
turtle with a tire in its nose, and then guaranteed everybody's gonna come save him.
Tire around his neck.
Yeah, dude, just.
I recently saw this like recycling project where they try to get old tires and then they grounded it up and then they're making like astroturf and shit, right? And then they found out that all these fucking kids are getting sick because all the tires have all these fucked up chemicals and shit. And then so like the kids are playing on the playground.
Sounds like the
all of them
90s.
are getting fucking sick. AstroTurf is all fucking it up. And it's like, dude, like, yeah, I don't know if this is good, guys.
Yeah, man. There's a lot.
How about figuring out a great way to dispose of it instead of repurposing toxic shit?
So there's still over 500,000 tires left sitting at the bottom of the ocean. They're not degrading quickly.
Is it because they lost 1.5 million to the fucking?
Well, no, they're just
Great scatter.
in that area, like in that area at the bottom of the ocean. There's 500,000 tires still left. They estimated that there were 650,000 tires remaining in 2016, and then there were still over 500,000 in 2022.
You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of stupid ass environmentalists that are like, there's like a subsect of them that are very hardcore militant but also really dumb, and they don't like science, right? So in California, you know how we were having a fuck ton of those forest fires? The reason why also, and why it's so intense, is because environmentalists don't let you cut the trees, and they don't let you do controlled fires. So like in nature, you're supposed to have forest fires for like the whole forest to regenerate. Like it has to burn down. It has to like, it's the cycle of life.
Replenish. Otherwise it becomes a tinderbox too.
Yeah, and the fire department would do controlled fires, or they would just, you know, you gotta cut some trees down so it minimizes the risk. But then because you can't do that, they just grow fucking wild and then out of control, and then it just takes one little spark.
Even Gavin Newsom admitted that that's why they had a problem with forest fires recently, is because they stopped doing the pruning process.
Stupid.
It seems like such a naive like situation when you like this example, when you see that they clearly needed somewhere to dump this shit, and then magically they came up with an environmental initiative to do it.
That's so.
How do you not see the handshake?
Yeah.
How do you not see the fucking?
How about huge corporations who say we're gonna buy carbon credits? What the fuck is a carbon credit? by
Yeah,
the
the
way?
carbon credit. Oh.
Carbon credit things is such a scam. They basically say, hey, so we're going to like be dumping and doing a bunch of fucking horrible things for the environment, but we bought like a bunch of carbon credits, so they're gonna like plant trees over there. That's what a carbon.
Oh, good.
It's so funny, and it's made billions of dollars.
Oh, totally.
And it makes, and all these companies, same thing Ryan's talking about. They get to pollute as much as they want, and then they get to write flowery fucking op-eds about themselves and put them all over Wall Street Journal and shit.
Even this narrative, if you're just like blind coming into this and reading that, most people will probably think, wow, those engineers were stupid. But it's like those poor engineers are the ones taking the blame for the corporate decision.
Oh, yeah.
Just the same way the corporations are like, hey, all of y'all fight amongst yourselves about who's polluting more. We'll just be over the fuck all the way over here.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, the more that you fight with another just regular Joe about it,
Yep.
you're doing exactly what they do.
Joe's like, yup.
Yeah, don't fight with me.
It's like,
I'm Joe. I'm Joe.
They're weaponizing people that care about the environment.
Yes.
yeah.
And then the more dumb they are, the more they work for them.
Well, and dude, the more corporate money that goes in cycles into these environmental causes, the more corrupt they are. I mean, it happens every fucking.
Hey, but they're doing the real work though, dude. They're fucking out there stopping cars on the road. They're fucking throwing tomato soup on paintings.
I like the tomato soup on painting.
Yeah, that's probably the best one.
Or the gluing
The trees. Yeah. They're doing the fucking boots on the ground stuff.
gluing their butts to the tarmac.
It's just like once you see people arguing at all about this with each other, isn't that the first sign of like, wait, why is that even an element about this?
Like corporate success, dude. That's the.
Polluters are massive corporations. Like, why are regular people fighting about what bin they put their compost in?
Dude, I was making fun of Nikki's aunt during Christmas time because she like caught me not putting a can in the recycling bin, and she was like, "Oh my God, Steve, you gotta put it in the recycling." I'm like, let me ask you this, Aunt Mel, do you think they trust you? Like, do you think that they don't check and have sorting facilities for this? Like, you think they trust you? You think they believe that you're putting everything accurately in these fucking things? Like, of course they don't. Like, they have to do that. That's why it's like a whole process that they have to sort all this shit out.
Have you ever actually seen the videos when they're at the recycling plant and they'll be like, oh yeah, you see this bottle of like Crystal Geyser or whatever with like they're like, we can't recycle this. And they're like, wait, what? Why? They're like, because it's got a paper label. This is a plastic machine. It's like shit like that. They'll be like, oh, you see how it's got this cap? This is a different kind of alloy. We can't mix these together. We can't recycle it. Like there's so many other reasons why certain products can't be recycled. And then it just gets like tossed to the side or sold or shipped to another recycling place. And it just rotates around.
It's so expensive.
Dude, in Japan, every fucking trash can is like 8 trash cans with every fucking direction on where you gotta go. So you gotta like dismantle a rifle every single time you got something.
Yeah.
But it's like, wait.
It's at least probably effective.
Yeah, if the whole country subscribes to something and it's like that's just the norm, then it's gotta be fucking helpful. You know?
I feel like an American would see those 8 things and just go,
Fuck it.
just throw it on the ground.
That's what I do.
Americans, yeah.
I'll use it if it's labeled. I don't care. I'm recycle if it's labeled.
For sure.
But at my aunt's house, it wasn't.
Or for Americans,
instructions?
to work, it just needs to be a backboard with a rim, and everyone just goes.
Lights go off every time you make it.
It's why we need that little thing in the urinal, because I will hit it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I don't know.
The little fly.
Yeah.
You gotta play to the
nailing that
culture.
Or like a little poop thing of poop. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get you.
Yeah. That's God's work. Some people don't do it. Some people are lazy and they don't pee it off. You gotta pee the poop off.
God, try to pee it off. Sometimes you don't, and then sometimes you walk away and you go, I just gotta get better next time. I gotta get better next time.
But the real game is leaving the seat down and still being able to hit all the poo.
Yeah.
And then you leave, and then your girlfriend's like, what the fuck did you do in here?